CBN is proud to present Henry Meta, the greatest detective, featuring Johnny Ace as Henry Meta. This week's episode finds Henry at a fancy dinner, a fundraiser for the police. Their host, Mr. Frame, famed philanthropist, has called Henry to represent the force, but murder is afoot.
I arrived at Frame's mansion. It was big and opulent, showing his wealth and class. I loathed public functions, but it's for a good cause. The force really needs more funds. Crime is up, and there aren't enough good men to handle it. The door slowly opens. A man in a suit that screams arrogant attitude greets me.
Good evening, sir. May I take your coat?
Sure, fine. I removed my coat as a man in a fine dining jacket strolled up. Mr. Frame himself, grinning like a mad cat. The butler disappeared through a door.
Thank you so much for coming, Detective Maddock. I'm sure with the finest detective in my party, the police force shall receive a sizable donation.
I'm always happy to help the force.
Yes, please come join us.
He walked towards the noisy room.
Here, let me introduce my guest. This is Colonel Canary and Miss Puce.
How do you do? He wore a military uniform with an impressive amount of hardware on his chest. He was older, but the gray had not touched his sandy blonde handlebar mustache.
A great pleasure to meet you, good sir.
A woman hung on his arm in a slinky dark red dress. Her dark locks draped over her eyes. She gave me a very fake smile. She must have been poured into that dress the way it clung to her figure.
A pleasure, I'm sure.
And this is Professor Mauve and Mrs. Beige.
Very good to meet you. He was a thin man in a tweed suit. His hair was a mess, and his half-moon glasses barely clung to the bridge of his nose.
It most certainly is.
She was a full-figured woman dressed in a fine pantsuit. A bit older and more gray than the whole assembled group, she had looked at me with contempt.
Yes.
Well, now that we're all introduced, please enjoy the evening.
Our host gave a small bow. The idle chatter continued on as Frame called for the butler. He whispered something to him, and then the servant exited the room. Colonel Canary was boisterously telling one of his stories.
Oh, so I fired my revolver into the air. And all the savages dropped to the ground in fear.
And then what happened?
Well, they had never seen a white man before, so they made me their god.
Then suddenly the lights went out.
What in blazes?
This is completely unacceptable.
What a strange event.
Everyone just remain calm.
But before he could finish his assurances, a gunshot! The lights suddenly returned and Mr. Frame lay on the ground.
Oh!
My God, Mr. Frame, he's dead.
Stay tuned for our second act.
Oh,
It wasn't me! No, a really good sound effect for Mr. Frame getting stabbed!
No, it must have been Hank!
Oh, that's not true.
You're always asking me to pull your finger.
What doing here?
And now we return to the thrilling conclusion of Henry Meta. Will he capture the culprit of Mr. Frame's murder?
I quickly took control of the room, ordering that no one leave. I examined the body.
Was that a question?
Actually, it's not uncommon for dead bodies to expel gas after death.
it was quite the one-cheek sneak, if you ask me.
Now's not the time for jokes. All of you could be the culprit. The lights were out and I doubt anyone saw anything. So how about we start by everyone?
Well, maybe it wasn't a gunshot after all. Maybe it was a gas that's still in the room.
Seriously, is this funny to you? Dear God, I can see a clown in here.
Everybody just remain calm. I'll figure out who did it.
And what if it was you? No!
Actually,
It had to be you! Mrs. Buse, you told me you had a large amount
deny it.
Listen! I would never do something like that! I still Jimmy!
Yes, of course, Jimmy, the butler.
Hey, wait a minute. That's not even in my script. The butler wasn't given a name.
No, you twit. He was trying to cover the gas.
Where did all these new people come from?
Oh, put a cork in